Welcome to Boggy Creek Life. I'm Cam Boggs. Today we're going to take a look at a kit that I picked up at Wonderfest 2024. And when I first saw it, I thought, oh, cool, Wendigo. But it's not. But it is. This is called Urban Legend Wood Witch. And if you saw it without the box or no name, you probably would think it's a Wendigo too. But that's where it gets a little interesting. Because most of us picture a skull face and antlers and an emaciated body, and it all comes from the movies and games and urban legends and that whole modern horror image. And that's what most of us think a Wendigo looks like, but traditionally it's not. It's not a skull. It has no antlers. It's just something that's wasted away and stretched and almost starving. It's often depicted without lips because the insatiable hunger was so much that it chewed them off. And it's really something more human than it is a monster. But when you start really looking closely at the sculpt, all this changes. It's the skin is still there. It's just pulled tight over everything. The long hands, they're actually, hands. And got the legs and the feet. It looks more like something that's wasted away rather than something that's turned into a skeleton. You see, it's got like a skin on it too. If you notice the box painting, it's like wearing like a deer skin or something. Nicely done. Now, if we take a look over here, the antler version shows up later. You can start seeing it in illustrations. I found this coming out of the 1940s out of a fantasy magazine. And I've seen a few different names attached to this picture, so I'm not going to pin the artist on it. But, once you see it here, you kind of start to see it like everywhere pop up, the closer we get towards modern times. So if we kind of strip this back and look at it real close, see the antler goes here. But if you look at it, you can actually see a line around the face. You can see the other jawbone here. And you can even see laces right there. So it's like it's wearing a headdress. So my point to all this is what's underneath actually lines up pretty closely with the traditional descriptions of a Wendigo. The thin, skeletal body, not quite a skeleton, but pretty thin, and the stretched skin and the long fingers. It's really all right there. And then when you start to layer those elements back on, the antlers, the skull, that's where it becomes what, people recognize today. So it's not really right or wrong. To me, it's more like a blend of traditional emaciated figure and, the modern antlered image. To me, it's like it married both worlds together. So this kit is Woods Witch. That's, for me, it's so hard to say. I don't know why. And it was sculpted by Rick Roberts. It was produced by Alternative Images in around 2010. And that's kind of, if you remember like video games and Hollywood and stuff, that's where that antler Wendigo started picking up and all that, And so, the antlered skull face creature forest thing, it's not necessarily a Wendigo, but it's definitely what people started to think it looked like because that's what they were being shown and they didn't know any better. So, that's what makes this interesting to me. It's not just a model kit, but it's a snapshot of how we picture these legends, because that's what we've been fed. Very, very beautiful kit, by the way. Base. Oh, I didn't get to show you the base. Just like some wood and stone and stuff like that. But that's a lot to process. Let's get you guys out of here. Well, I appreciate you guys checking out this beautifully sculpted kit with me. And honestly, the more I look at it, the more I keep coming back to the same thing. It feels like a Wendigo wearing a headdress to fit that modern look. It's because if you take that away, I mean, you know, you're kind of just, you know, it could pass as a zombie or Walking Dead or something. So I kind of get it, you know. But without the antlers, there's really not much that separates the two, you know, without the legend attached, you know. So I don't know. Maybe that's the whole point. What do you guys think? Would it still? Would you see a Wendigo without the antlers still? Would you even think Woods Witch without them? You know, or you know, do you think I think too much? Is that the problem? Well, if you're new and you made this far, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. And to all the current subscribers, I appreciate you very, very, very much. All the subscriptions, they help the channel immensely. And, you know, nothing's really changed as far as the bench goes on what I'm working on. And so, yeah, with that being said, be good to each other. Not alone.